Busy lives lead to poor eating. Prioritize whole foods for better health and
You
satiety.
have a job to keep. You have to clean your room. You have to put food in other people, like kids, and maybe you have relationships you're maintaining, friends, family, partner, whatever. And so you get hungry. And so your meals don't always align up with the reality of your life. And so that's when you grab a bag of chips. That's when you grab this. That's when you grab that. The problem you need to understand is that Americans in general are very sick, very unhealthy. If you take a look at what we do today and the food that we eat now, it's not what our bodies were 100 years ago. It's not what we did 3,000 years ago. Largely because foods were simpler back when we're always evolving, but if you think about it, the Egyptian period or the Romans or England, with its ships, we didn't have factories. Okay, there was no electricity, right? There was no diesel. You had some fish, or you had some simple grains, or you had some simple vegetables in a garden. That's what our body is built to eat. We're not meant to eat these prepackaged stuff. Now, I like a bag of chips with a sandwich. I like a Kit Kat every once in a while, like a candy. If it's like, you know, if I'm at home with family on the holidays, right? So because it's good, it has sugar. Um, but we don't live in an environment where we have the core staples of food. So if you want to start losing weight, you need to understand that you need to eat real food. So if it is an egg, you should eat it. Yogurt is a processed form of milk, but it is a whole food. But let's get into it. So why do we need to eat high protein snacks? That's really important. The main reason is because protein signals certain chemical enzymes in the body that take way longer. Protein takes way longer to break down than sugar or a carbohydrate. So when you have a protein, it signals to the brain, oh, I got some food, but it's going to take me a while to process it. So because it's going to take me a while to process it, your brain will not signal that it's hungry. It will go, oh, I have plenty of stuff here. I got to just eat it. And it's going to take me like 3, 4, 5 hours. So that's why having protein is really important. Now, it's saying have protein for snacks. Ideally, you need protein every meal in some form to prevent the need to snack. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It can be an egg or two, or it can be a cut of chicken, or it can be a cut of steak. But if you are to snack and you're trying to lose weight, then having some, like a beef stick, is very good. But let's read through and let's continue. So it says, why eat high protein snacks? Eating a snack that includes protein can help create feelings of fullness, stabilize blood sugar, and deliver a steady supply of energy in body to the brain. That is true. It's really more of a chemical signal in the brain, which is where hunger comes from, because hunger is really an addiction. And it's an addiction that the brain is engineered biologically to process to sustain itself. But when you have too many carbohydrates, you turn off some of the signals to the brain that allow you to balance things, because carbohydrates don't really have enough oomph like vegetables and fruits and protein to really power your body for 24/7. That's why you go up and down, up and down. But let's continue reading. Healthy protein sources for every snack. When it comes to protein, a key macronutrient required to help fuel our bodies, we often think of animal-based sources like meat and eggs. That is completely true. However, there are tons of plants and plant-based foods that contain plenty of hearty protein. These are sourced by mixing nuts, whole grains, seeds, and beans. This is true. However, there's a problem with this. So it is true that if you're vegan or vegetarian, you can, get protein from these sources. Okay.